Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. How are you all doing? It is the start of another weekly craft vlog. Really happy to have you here. So grab whatever you're working on, get a drink of your choice and settle back and join me for the next however long it takes to go through this whole week. So yeah, it is my weekly vlogs, which kind of run from Sunday through to the following Saturday. Then they're uploaded on the Sunday, sort of sharing everything I've got up to in that week. So I'm really enjoying filming these, and yeah, I've been pretty good now. This is I've got a few now on the trot. So yeah, I think it's really good just to sort of hopefully continue on my kind of like journey and process as we go through. I'm just sort of wondering if it'd be helpful in like the titles and things if I sort of mentioned what I was specifically working on, or if you're not really bothered, if you're just happy just to sort of press play and just sort of see where the week takes you. Let me know how you kind of, if you're enjoying them as they are. Lots of you have been clicking on and watching, so I really appreciate that so much. Thank you very much for, number one, taking the time to watch my craft vlogs, also taking the time to give me thumbs up, comments and things like that. And a few of you are subscribing off the back of watching, so I honestly truly appreciate that so much. Obviously I have like my normal daily vlogs where lots of you are from already, but it is really great to meet like new people here in my little online community, my little YouTube family. So thank you if you're new here. Do check out my other videos. I've got loads of types of content. But yeah, my weekly vlogs, I'm just really enjoying doing these crafty vlogs and just sort of sharing what I'm up to, like the process and things. You know, I'm still a very novice knitter. Whilst I've been knitting for years and years and years, I actually haven't knitted for a heck of a long time. So I would say I am like a competent beginner, maybe. Does that kind of sound about right? And I'm getting ready just to branch into trying new techniques and skills and things. I'm going to be sort of sharing other crafts as well. I sort of say this every week. It's just, life's been a bit crazy. I've just had my kitchen fitted last week, which has been amazing. And so, yeah, it's just been an absolute whirlwind since we moved here. But I'm feeling so crafty. I'm just ready to be making things and all of that stuff. So, this week we are sort of carrying over a few projects from before. So I don't think I've got any new cast-ons, I'm not sure, but we're carrying over the Fairy Maiden socks from last week. Obviously I've got one completed sock. All details for everything that I show here will be in the description box down below, guys, if you want to sort of check that out. I have got a Ravelry page as well, and I'll link through to yarns and anything that I buy or whatever. So yeah, I've got one completed sock. So this is like my first cable and lace work sock I've ever done, so I'm really pleased with that. And I'm now on to sock number 2. I turned the heel last night and I've picked up my gusset stitches and I'm now on my decreases for that. So this is a free pattern. It's actually a really nice one. It looks like little owls. That's linked below, as I say. But the yarn for this is Drops Fable, and yeah, it's coming all right. So I'm working on this alongside I'm working on my One More Step sock, which is also a little cabled one. So it's coming on really nicely. This yarn is Yarnspirations. No, it's not. It's Yarn Smith's Merino Superwash. And it's 2G150 is the shade. I still can't. Hazy Dreams, is that the name of it, I think? And that's what this looks like. Stunning. Feels very super soft and lush and all the rest of it, and I am really enjoying it. It's quite a quickish knit, but I'm not sure if knitting 2 pairs of socks at once is for me. I'm not sure I'm really enjoying it. I feel like I've been knitting loads of socks, but I still haven't got a pair of socks. And I kind of like having like a finished pair. So it's just, I think both of them obviously up until now I've just been doing like vanilla socks. So these are obviously just take a little bit more time as well. So I think I still need to start my sweater, my cloud sweater. I still need to cast that on. So I think I'm going to try my damnedest, she says, to get this finished today/tomorrow, or maybe by tomorrow, so that then I can just have one pair of socks on my needles, and then I can get my sweater cast on. I still need to frog that scarf, so we'll frog that this week, and I'm not working on any other knitting at the minute. So these are just really my two main focuses right now. What else? Oh, I need to get my cross stitch out the loft. You all voted on the owl cross stitch to get done for Christmas, which is great. So I'm going to bring that down, and that'll be a little bit of something I can just pick up and put down. And it's not too big a cross stitch. In fact, why don't I go get it just now? I'll be back in a second. I'm back. I've just been up in the loft, which is my craft room. So yeah, I thought I better just show in case like you're new here. Hiya, if you are new, thank you so much. I'm a little bit, I do go off on a tangent sometimes, get a bit rambly. So yeah, I had a poll on my channel with 2 cross stitches, saying which one shall I do, and like over 270 of you, about 274, 280 people, 280 people like voted, which is like amazing. So thank you if you took the time to vote. Anyway, this is the winner. So this is the cross stitch I'm going to be working on. Isn't it cute? So it doesn't look too overwhelming. I've not done a cross stitch in years, like years and years and years and years and years, and like again, like my knitting, like 30 years, whatever. So this is a Joy Sunday one. This was actually gifted to me. I'll need to find out where I got it from. I think I've got a book where I'd written everything down. I have got, if you like cross stitch, I have actually got a cross stitch playlist with all like my cross stitch unboxings. So I will link that down below just in case you would like to go and see this in more detail. But it is a printed canvas, and then I've got all the, it also comes like with a chart. Let me get everything out and I can show you. Where's my threads? Oh, they're there. I thought, I've got no thread. So they come like this. It comes with all the instructions on the back. This is like a it does look like that's what it should look like. You know, that is actually like a picture of the finished cross stitch. It's only little. It is 19 by 22 centimeters. It's a 14 count. It's pre-printed and there's loads of blocks of colour, so it does look a bit freaky. Oh, let me just put it behind that so you can see it. It looks a bit freaky like that. That's not the colours, that's obviously just refers to the charts. And it just should make it a bit easier to do. So, and then once you've finished it, you soak it, and then this is just like dissolvable ink, water soluble ink, and it'll just all go away, and then you'll be left with the cross stitch. So rather than having to like count, it's all there. However, if you do want the chart and counting, we've got a chart here, which is great. And then it's got all the DMC numbers and the grids there to follow, which then relates to this. It comes already kitted up, which is great. So here's all my threads. Let's look at the colour palette. So they look nice, don't they? Looks lovely. And then it comes with a couple of needles as well. So yeah, I feel fairly confident I can get this done pretty quick. And because it's sort of it's a 14 count, it's just not too small. The stitches are going to be nice size, and yeah, nice big blocks of colour, so I can sit and do this. And I've got like my craft light with magnifier here anyway, which is handy. I got that off Amazon. I can link it if you're interested down below. But yeah, so there we go. So I'm excited for that. And so yeah, we've got the chart, as I say, so that's all there for future use as well. So you can then do it again if you get some plain Ada. So that will be getting started at some point. Aim to be done. It'd be nice to have it done for the beginning of December. So that'll give me like a couple of months to get that done. So that should be good. So I'll pop that in there. I've got that down here now, so I can start working on that. So yeah, I'm just trying to think of anything else. No, I just really want to focus on getting this sock done. I'm going to try and work on this rather than jumping between the two. I mean, this one's nearly finished, but then if I get that done, I want to then cast on the next sock. So I think let's just focus, get this done, it's a really easy pattern to remember. It's an eight row pattern, 8 stitch, 8 row repeat. And it's only really 3 rows of pattern, which is just like this crossing cable, and then 5 rows of just stockinette, and then 3 rows, 5 rows, and that makes your pattern up. But it's super easy. Yeah, so that's my focus. Get that done first. My husband's away tomorrow, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So if I can try and get a lot of this done today, most of it done, I feel like I could probably cast on my sweater maybe tomorrow, and then maybe work on them short rows and things on the Thursday when he's not here. That'd be amazing. Actually, even just aim to have this finished by tomorrow night. Yeah, that's the plan. That is the plan. It's happening. That sweater's getting cast on. All right, I'm gonna go just now because I'm not really talking about very much at all. Other than I'm not sure 2 socks at once is the way for me. Although you watch, I'll end up having 2 pairs of socks on the go all the time. Let me know what you're up to, guys. I'll see you in a little bit. Morning, it's Wednesday. I did quite well with my sock yesterday, so just a bit of a progress update. So I have, obviously I've done all my gusset now, and I'm onto my foot, and like nearly 50 rows of my foot done. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, just about completed 6 of the patterns, which is really good. I think there's 9 altogether, so just another 3 pattern repeats, and then I'll be on my toe decreases. So I'll definitely get these finished today, and then we can cast on my sweater. I'm so excited. So I'm just gonna nip into town just now, back to Aldi. I'm not gonna buy any more yarn, I promise, but I think there's a food mixer, like the big food mixers, that like $39.99, and they went on last Thursday the same time as the yarn, and I completely missed that. So I'm a bit annoyed because I was obviously in Aldi at the same point. So I'm going to go have a little look and see if they've got one. It'd be nice just to do a little bit of baking and things sometimes as well. But yeah, I'm really pleased with my sock progress. I'm just like focusing on that. I did really well. So actually enjoying it again. So it's a really funny sock. I kind of like love it, then hate it, then love it and hate it. But I really do love, I do love the look of it. I think it's like, it is a lovely looking sock. And I feel like I'm doing really well with my sock knitting. I'm really pleased with it. I am ready to do some colour work for sure. Which is a bit mad, isn't it? So I'm definitely, I think that's going to be like my next sock that I start. Once I finish both of these, I'm going to start a colour work sock next. So do let me know what your favourite colour work socks are. I really like the look of like the Stone Knits. It's got some gorgeous designs, but also Summerly, obviously with our cuff club and things like that. So I might get like, I'm tempted to get the first cuff club because it was definitely more colour work orientated. But having said that, I'm going to go join the library as well just now. So we'll have a little look. Actually, you can come with me. We'll have a little look and see what like knitting books they've got in there. They might have some sock books. Okay. Anyway, let's go. Get all that done so we can get back, and I'm going to just spend 3 days knitting. I'm going to run around with the Hoover, literally super fast, and then I am crafting whilst my husband's away playing golf for 3 days. He's on a golf trip. I'm on a knitting retreat. So yeah, let me know what you're working on. I'll catch you all in a little bit. Right then, so the sun is shining here at Aldi. So let's go see if I can find a food mixer. Hiya, everyone. It's Thursday, so I thought I'd give you a bit of a sock update. There are tractors going up and down. Like, I literally live in the middle of nowhere, but it's been the final cut for the silage. So they're busy collecting all that in because obviously the weather is great. So if you hear a little bit of background noise, that's all it is. So I did crack on a bit yesterday with this sock. I didn't get it finished, but I'm not far off it. I've literally got one more pattern repeat to do, so 8 more rows, and then I'll be on the toes. So I'm gonna get that done this afternoon, and then we're gonna cast on the sweater for sure. So yeah, I'm nearly there because I've got the other one to compare to as well. So as you can see, she says. Can you see? Look, we're nearly there. Almost at the end. Hallelujah. Yeah, just one more repeat. So yeah, I'm enjoying it. I am enjoying it. They're great little socks, aren't they? They look so cute. Really nice. So nothing else to tell apart from that. I was thinking, I always have these little ideas in my head about, because it's dead easy for me just to focus on a couple of things and like just focus purely on knitting, and I've got so many crafts that I do. And I think I mentioned something about this just recently, and I am wondering about whether to get like a little like roulette wheel going through different crafts, so I could have like crochet, knitting, macrame, because I've got some macrame yarn, crochet, knitting, macrame, macrame. Oh, is it macrame? Macrame. Diamond painting, cross stitch, jewellery making, resin, card making / paper crafts, cricket, all these things. I might just put it in, and I might have like a one day a week when we just spin the wheel and then have to just make something that day from whatever it is. If it's a macrame thing, I just go and get a little project, you know, and then if it's like crochet or whatever, then we just find like a little thing to do. It could be like a little Hermy thing, just something that's a really quick make and a little bit fun. But equally, no, if it's like diamond painting, it just gets me started back on that. I've got loads like little things I can make. And I think it'll just maybe encourage me to try more of my crafts. Otherwise, they're all going to sit up there and not get done. I do need to get my craft room sorted out as well, though, without a doubt. I want to get it painted. I mentioned I kind of want like a nice lilac-y colour. I'm thinking maybe like lilac and silver would be a really pretty, light, bright, clean looking like aesthetic up there. Aesthetic. So yes. But let you know what you think about, what do you sort of think about like my little roulette thing. I think that way I could just work on my normal like knitting things like I'm enjoying, but throwing a little thing in the mix of just to try a different like thing to make, you know, just think, oh well, today I'm going to go and do this. And it doesn't even need to be like every week or whatever, but it's just if I've got a bit of time, think, right, I'm actually going to go and do that. And I think it'd be quite nice just to sort of show different sorts of crafts. There's the tractors back again. They're so busy. They work so hard, the farmers, honestly. I've got total respect for them. They're up and down and they work really, really hard. Anyway, I'm going to go film my Aldi yarn haul at last. So, but I hope you're all having a lovely week so far. Hiya, just popping on. It is 20 to 8 later that day, and hurrah, I have finished my toe decreases. So I just need to Kitchener the toes, and then that will be this sock done, apart from obviously sewing the ends in and blocking, etc. So I'll have a chat with you tomorrow about the sock and how I felt about it, but honestly, I'm just really glad it's done. It just seems to have been on my needles forever and ever. But, yay me. I mean, I know I haven't actually technically finished them, but I have finally, I've finished my first pair of lacy / cabley socks. I'm in my PJs, guys. Honestly, I felt really grotty after not really having any sleep last night, but I just wanted these done because now I can start my jumper. And I'm going to get it started before the end of this week. It is getting started. I think what I might do is go on the website tonight, on PetiteKnit's website. I can look at some of the little tutorial videos that are on there, even though they're in foreign language. I'll have a little look at them and see if there's anything I need to know. Just maybe read some pattern notes as well on Ravelry, some project notes. But yay, it'll just take me 2 minutes to Kitchener that. I'm going to just do it in the morning just because I'm really tired and I don't want to like drop a stitch by mistake this close to the end. So I'll maybe pop on and Kitchener. Oh, sorry, that's my cable. I'll maybe pop on tomorrow and Kitchener it together when I've had my nails done. Okay, guys, there we are. So I'll catch you in the morning. Time to hide the evidence. I'm going to take it all upstairs. I do need to get this on my Ravelry pages. If you'd like to see a video about how you can log all your yarn and things on Ravelry, let me know. I know loads of you will know already, but just for those of you that don't, if you're interested, just comment, and it's like something I can look at in the future at doing as a little sort of feature on one of them, either my vlogs or as a separate video. Things are getting serious. I've been up and I brought down my yarn for my sweater. It is happening today. I'm going to cast on and no more delaying. I've watched a couple of videos about the short rows and things, and it's actually, it looks fine. So I just need to get over it. So there's only one thing stopping me, and that's just finishing these socks off. So I'm just going to kitchen of the toe. I really don't know how I feel about it. I think they look kind of nice. You know, let's just pop this one I've done already on the blocker just to sort of show you. I do feel they look nice, but guys, it's just been such a chore. I've not really loved the process of this sock, which is a shame, because I don't want to do vanilla socks forever. But you know, it's like they look great. You know, they are a nice little sock, but yeah, it's just, I think this cable pattern, like with, I don't know, anyway, I mean, it's done virtually. I've just got to do it. I didn't bother doing all these. I don't know why I did these markers on this sock. I did it at the end of every pattern, and when I think I've got like I had my little clicker doodah anyway, and you can sort of know where you are. I've only got 3 rows of like the cabling bit, and then 5 rows of just the knits and pearls. Yeah, anyway, I'm virtually done. I'm gonna kitchen of my toe, and then I've got my nail appointment. Haha, get some snazzy nails. I've got my nail appointment this afternoon at 1, and then I'm gonna get back from that, and we are casting on. So let's get this sorted. I always leave quite a good tail, and here we go. Let's get this done. Yes. Okay, so we'll just sew this bit in, and then we'll try them on and make sure they fit, which they should do. But Ali bloomin' Lou, yeah. Knitting shouldn't be a chore, should it? However, I'm not a quitter and had to see it through. So, ta-da! Another pair completed. There we go, done. So I still need to sew this top bit in, but I'll do that after blocking, I think, just in case it goes really tight or whatever. I can take that pin out there. To be honest, I don't think I need all these pins in here because it's an easy enough one to count. So I'll take all these out after, but let's get this other one on the blocker and have a little look, and then we'll stick them on my feet as well, actually. So let's have a look. Okay, so there we are. A pair of Fairy Maiden socks done by yours truly, Fairy Maiden. But yeah, I mean, they look nice, don't they? I just didn't enjoy them. But they do look nice. I'll see what this leg length's like. I wasn't quite sure how many to do on here, so I went like in betweeny, so we'll see how that is. You know, I'm just putting them on. And they are actually a nice fitting sock though, I have to say. Even though this yarn felt quite rusticy compared to like the Yarnsmith Merino, you know, it's actually, it feels a nice sock. And I do like this size toe, so if nothing else, I do know that I like the ending on a 12 stitch toe. It's not a bad length. God, my legs need shaved. Okay, let's have a little look like this. See if I can put you, I don't know, let's see if we can aim you downwards. Oh. So, I don't know if you can kind of see. They're a nice looking sock. And it's a nice length. And they feel super comfy. Let me turn you around and we can have a little look at them from the top. They look great. I'm really proud of myself for making these. I mean, don't they look fab? I mean, they look really good. I am actually, you know, I'm enjoying them more now that I've finished them. They fit lovely. They do fit nice. I think this is a good length for me. So I did 72 for the foot length. And I know it's different with everyone that you do, but it is quite a comfy toe. And yeah, my first lacy cabley socks. They look fab. I'm really pleased with them in this colour. Those would have been dreadful as like a vanilla sock, I think. They'd have been just really miserable, but they just feel dead rusticy and really nice. Yay me. So I'm getting ready to finally cast on this sweater that I have been threatening to do for so long. I've bought the pattern weeks and weeks ago, as you know. So I'm just going to go for it. I have found a sweater that I like and I've tried that on just to sort of check for the sort of size that I want and for like a finished size. I am now going to go, I want it to be about 118 to 120 centimetres across when it's finished. So I've had a look here on the pattern and that comes up that for 118 it should be a medium. So I'm going to go through now and highlight all of the things that are relevant to my size, just so that I don't make a mistake later on when I'm following the pattern. Preparation is key. Right, let's get this started. So it's now or never. At the end of the day, it's only yarn. So this is my Drops Air and the Drops Kids Silk. Okay, so we're just gonna tape from the outside. This is what it looks. I've never knit with anything like this before, and I've never held anything double. Where's the end? There we go. Okay, so I mean, they look beautiful together. I'm not sure how much of an end I need to leave. Oh heck. Oh my gosh, this is so weird. I don't know what I need to think about. Right, give me a minute. I'll be back in 2 ticks. I've just done my cast on, but I've literally got this much left on the tail, so I'm actually going to just cast on again because that's far too much left over, and especially if I get to the end and I need yarn. So I'm going to just cast on again, make it so I've got about that much, and then I'm going to take that much off the length. So let's start again. Yay, I have cast on my stitches. I've made a start. Disaster. My tripod's broken. I have got another one upstairs in the loft, so I'm going to go get that. But I've cast on my stitches, so I've made a start, so I'm really, really proud of myself. Hurrah! Morning, guys. It's Saturday. I'm in the kitchen because I'm trying to start posting my little crafty things on TikTok. If you want to follow me on TikTok, can you get QRs? I think you can. Anyway, I'll put a little thing here if you want to follow me over there. I'm going to try and just film my progress off my cloud sweater on that. I've also got my Instagram, which you can follow me here. Anyway, ta-da! I've done my German short row shaping for the back, and honestly, it just was not bad at all. It was super easy. I don't know what I've been worried about and why I've been delaying it. So obviously this is where I cast on, and you can see it's really difficult to show, but you can see like the shaping is coming on there. I've now just got to continue knitting on. I've put this just so I know how many rows flat I'm working, just in case I need to know later on, and I'm writing bits down on the pattern as I go as well, just to keep track. But it's knitting up gorgeous. It's so soft and fluffy. Look at that, isn't it beautiful? I'm really pleased that I'm holding the mohair with it, because I've been seeing quite a bit that the drops air by itself can end up like sort of stretching out a bit, and I've seen a few people on videos saying that theirs have it's worn and made holes and things, so I'm hoping by adding the mohair in it's going to just give it a little bit extra strength as well. But yeah, that is the progress as of Saturday morning. It's the final day of this week's vlog, so we'll see, but I'm wanting to just do a little bit more knitting on here, so yeah, we'll see how that goes. But yeah, that's my check-in. So happy. I'm really pleased I've done this, and it's just amazing. It just feels so big after socks, and like you just see progress. It's lovely to see like this much progress just for a little bit of knitting. I'm sure my gauge is obviously wonky as heck, and obviously just like with the pearls, like you have a different tension to your knits. But once we get in the round, everything should even out, and it's a little bit uneven, I think, but honestly, I'm just so happy and proud of it. I don't care. It feels lovely. It feels super nice. So I'll be back later and show you how it's going. Right, guys, I've just realised I haven't finished off my vlog. So thank you so much for watching this week. Just rounding off where we're up to moving forwards for the start of the next one is that we'll just, this is where I'm up to with the back of my sweater. It's coming on. And so yeah, I'll be continuing working on this next week. And also let's try and maybe get this sock finished. I can get the next sock cast on as well. So I've got that going on in the background. I haven't worked on my blanket again this week, so maybe I need to make that as a priority too, to do a little bit. But yeah, thanks for watching. Have a lovely week, whatever you're up to, and I'll see you all in my next vlog.